Tales. I got it. Tam Telling Tales. I got it. Tam Telling Tales. I got it. Tongue twister. Say it real fast one time.
Hey everybody, it is Tam Telling Tales, and we are here with another episode of Cinema Chat. I have Emmy Award-winning filmmaker, Mr. Timashion Jones, with me on today. So you guys, stay tuned. Tonight on Tam Telling Tales, we're sitting down with the powerhouse behind the lens, Emmy Award-winning film producer, Timashion Jones. Known for his compelling documentary work that captures truth with heart and precision, Timashion has carved out his own lane in the industry. From the engineering office to the big screen, his storytelling continues to evolve. And his latest project, Mirror of Deception, now streaming on Tubi, proves he's not afraid to dive deep into the complexities of human nature. We'll talk about the journey, the Emmy win, the lessons learned along the way, and what's next for this visionary filmmaker who continues to inspire through every frame. Hi, everybody. It's Tam. And guess who I have here with me? Timashion. Hi, Timashion.
What up, though, Tam? What up, though?
How you doing?
I'm doing great. That was an awesome introduction. I thought it was cool. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Well done.
You know, see, someone like you makes that very easy, because you've done the things. You've got a story. So, hey, I just pulled from who you are.
Oh, well, okay. Well, I'm glad I can make your job easy.
Yes. You make these things very easy. So, now, over here on Tam Telling Tales, we like to have us some fun, Timashion.
Okay.
Keep it real lighthearted. We like to do a little laughing and whatnot.
Okay.
So we always kind of start off the show with some icebreakers, right?
Okay.
So this won't be difficult. It'll be a quick, rapid response, little questionnaire situation.
Okay.
And sometimes people find the answers to be a little difficult to come up with, right? Mm-hmm. So if you decide that you can't answer the question, then there is a repercussion.
Okay.
You have to sing a song. And you have to sing a specific song.
Really?
It's a song that I wrote. It's an original by me.
Okay.
You want to hear the song?
Hopefully I won't have to sing it, so let's... Go ahead.
You want to hear it? Okay. My sit down, don't stink. Sit down, don't stink. Put that rug between my cheeks so my sit down don't stink.
Oh, Lord.
What you think of that?
I think I need to answer these dang old questions. That's what I think. You know what I'm saying?
All right. That's fine. Yeah. So we'll go ahead and get started with our questions. And the first one is, do you prefer producing drama or documentary?
I prefer producing drama.
Okay.
I don't have to elaborate. I just have to just give you the question, the answers, right?
Yep. Now, sometimes
easy.
the questions, I might mess around and have to ask a follow-up later on. But we'll see.
I answered the question that you asked. Let's go.
Okay. Which one do you prefer to watch, Tubi or Netflix?
Tubi.
Your favorite time of day to film, sunrise or sunset?
Sunrise.
Quiet set or controlled chaos?
Controlled chaos.
Okay.
Yeah.
Popcorn or candy at the movies?
Like maybe neither, but I'm a nachos kind of guy. But popcorn, if I have to choose between popcorn and candy.
Okay. A tripod or handheld camera when you're filming?
It depends on the scene.
Which one you prefer?
I prefer a tripod.
Okay. One word to describe Mirror of Deception.
Deceiving.
Okay. Do you prefer the excitement of premiere night or the first day on set?
That's a good question. I would say the excitement of premiere night.
Okay. Favorite director of all time?
Favorite director of all time? That's a good one. Probably won't get like a lot of play, but I probably would say Robert Townsend.
Timashion, that's my favorite too.
Oh, really?
Oh my God. Okay,
yeah.
that's going to be one of the follow-ups.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Because
Here we go.
must talk about Mr. Townsend. Okay. All right. The hardest part of being a producer.
The hardest part of being a producer is probably having enough money to solve problems.
Makes sense.
You know.
What would people say is the easiest part about working with you?
The easiest part is that I'm not a fan of mediocrity. So if they want a good quality project, they are willing to go through what I put them through.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So they have comfort knowing that I'm going to deliver a good quality product.
I like it. Now, this is your last question.
Here we go.
Tam Telling Tales or Tam Telling Tales?
I'm going to have to sing this one. How the
Wait a
song go?
minute. Wait
How the
a
song
minute.
go?
Hold on.
My sit down.
Wait a whole minute. Okay.
Tam Telling Tales.
All right. There we go. Yes. See, Timashion, why you playing with me like this?
It's all good. It's all good. It's an icebreaker. We having fun, right?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so we had to come back to this question about Robert Townsend being the favorite director. And I absolutely love to hear this because he's my favorite as well.
Really?
Somebody that I think is very underrated but is beyond talented and really set the groundwork for a lot of black directors and producers in this industry. He crawled so a lot of folks could walk. And so I'm glad to hear you say that.
Yeah.
He's my fave.
Yeah, he exactly. That's the same reason why I like what he did, and he was like a groundbreaker and did a lot of stuff, push the envelope, and especially with because I first learned about him watching Hollywood Shuffle. You know what I'm saying? When we was watching on HBO when all we had was HBO with the antenna on the roof and everything, but the stuff that he was doing, I was like, man, this is crazy. Then when the 5 Heartbeats came out and all that stuff, man, it was I just thought he was a real down-to-earth, cool guy, you know what I'm saying, with all the stuff that he was doing.
And then once they came out with the making of the 5 Heartbeats, did you see that?
I did.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't think it was possible to like this man even more. Yeah. And now I do.
Yeah. All those stories that he tells about casting and everything and finding the right person and fighting with the industry about getting what he want. And man, it was inspiring. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So
he functioned like an independent filmmaker, yet in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Having to finance things with his own credit cards.
Mm-hmm.
So
I know all about that. Unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We are going to definitely talk about you and your journey into the film industry. But before we get there, I just want to walk down the life of Timashion Jones. Now, you told me that we really couldn't talk about before 97.
You can talk a little bit about 97, but I get to choose the questions that I answer before 97. After 97, I'm an open book. You know what I'm saying?
So let's take it back to 96. See?
Okay.
So in 96, Timashion was like what?
Timashion was having fun. I was an athlete, and I like to listen to my 2 favorite rappers, Tupac and Biggie.
Come on here. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So 96, it was a crazy year. You know what I'm
96
saying?
was a good time though.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about the 96 was a good time.
Yeah, it was.
It was. Okay. And you had real big fun.
I had a lot of fun.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I spent a lot of time at what we call the fireworks, the family fun day, the festivals. and State Fair. That was my areas that we would hit. You know,
Okay.
just walk away with a few numbers here and there. You know.
Okay. And so for everybody that's watching and listening in to us, then they need to know you are from the Detroit, Michigan, for sure.
That's right. Grand River and Schoolcraft. What up, though?
Come on in, West Side. Listen, high school.
So I went to Communication and Media Arts, CMA.
Come on, CMA.
Yeah, it was right on Grand River in Mansfield. So right down the street. Over there by where Northwest Theater used to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Listen, us Detroiters, we know where Northwest was. Okay, we know. Right over there, the road, right there across from Rosedale. And yeah, you know what it is. So shout out to all of the Detroit filmmakers that really like stayed true to the city.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So 96, we having big fun with the Wretched. And then 97 hit and something pivotal happens then. I'm taking it.
Well, I kind of got serious about life. You know what I'm saying? I went from being a kid to like, man, I need to start looking at adulthood. And I started making some more mature decisions with my life. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's when I got serious about, you know, getting a steady girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? I got serious about my faith. And like Tupac had got killed in 96. Then Biggie got killed in 97. And then the anniversary of Tupac's death, I just was reflecting on, like, these are the people that I wanted to be like, and this is the results of their life. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, maybe I should try to be like somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So can I, you know, so eventually I found, you know, I should be like Christ. You know what I'm saying? Even though he died as well, but, you know, it was a different kind of mission. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he rose, though. But anyway, so yeah, that was it. And then, you know, then since then I've been on the I guess straight and narrow or whatever, you know what I'm saying? That's why I say after 97, after that pivotal moment in September of 97, you know, my life changed, you know what I'm saying? Got baptized, all the whole thing, you know what I'm saying? And I was serious about this thing, you know what I'm saying?
You were very serious, right? Because I really want you to talk to us about God's Army. Who's God's Army? How we ended up there? Like, you know, tell us about the things.
So God's Army was a Christian rap group that was started by a gentleman by the name of Leongo Waizi Wapindizi Tolan.
Oh.
Yeah, that's his real name.
Oh. Listen, don't ask me to spell that.
And I became a part of it, I think in 98. You know, I got saved in 97, and then, but I used to rap back then too. So you know, before 96, I used to flow a little bit, and then I was like, okay, well, can I get some Christian flow as well? Because I'm reading this Bible, I'm starting to understand the context or whatever, and then I was introduced to like a lot of Christian rappers or whatever that was actually pretty good. Because the first ones that I heard wasn't that good, you know what I'm saying? And then I'm like, okay, I can flow with this. And then we began to rap and tour. And, you know, I was in God's Army all the way until 2007 is when we dropped our last album. We dropped the album and a book. Oh, I should have brought the album and a book to you. You love books.
My goodness.
So we did an album called 612. And then the book was a lyrical commentary of every song. So we explained the reason why we wrote the song, and we put the lyrics, and then we gave scriptural reference of everything that we said in the songs. Oh, man, you would love it. So the CD and the book, I'm gonna give you that. I'm gonna give you. Next time we see each other, I will have it in my car. So I got the CD and the book called 612 for Ephesians 6:12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and spiritual wickedness and rulers of darkness and all that stuff. So anyway,
fight on.
So, and I mean, we toured like Jamaica. We did some stuff in New York and like all over the South. We did stuff in Miami and Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? We won a Holy Hip Hop Award down there.
Y'all good.
You know, we performed at the wow, I'm old at the State Theater.
Come on through this.
Which is now the Fillmore. You know what I'm saying? So. But we did a lot, you know what I'm saying? We toured and we ministered our own unique way through lyrics and through song and stuff, you know. So yeah, we had two albums.
The book thing is Yeah, I love this. Okay,
Yeah.
yes. Okay, so I know I'm going to get my copy and everything
Yeah,
from you.
yeah.
Can people still get a copy of the book, like on Amazon or a website
You
or
know what?
something? Or?
I need to figure out how to get it on there because I got a bunch of them in my garage. So I can
Listen.
figure, get in touch with me. Shoot me a message or something.
Look, I might have the
And
producer
yeah.
tap in with you. She's a publisher and
Yeah.
author.
Yeah,
So.
I got them, and we independently made them, so I own all the rights to them and everything. So,
Okay.
yeah, we can talk. But I got a ton of books, but it's good to have the song and the books, and it was a generational thing where older folks can read it because they had a hard time listening to the lyrics, and then the younger folks could benefit from the older folks. It's kind of like reading and understanding the lyrics together. So it was more like a family devotional kind of thing, like with a nice urban twist to it.
This is dope, Timashion.
Yeah.
Come
That was a
on.
big project that we did, and a lot of people wasn't ready for it. Because people they would love the CDs. They was buying the CDs like crazy, but people weren't buying the books. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I still got a lot of them. But,
We gonna get rid of books.
oh yeah, let's do it. Let's do
Yeah,
it.
we're gonna get rid of them books. Okay, I'm so glad that I asked about God's Army.
Yeah.
Right, because y'all was dope. Like, I'm looking at the footage. I'm like,
Where did you see this
listen,
footage?
it was giving. I ain't gonna lie, it was giving No Limit Soldiers a little bit.
Well,
you
this
know what I
this
mean?
was-
But in like a very Christian like way, and I was
This
digging it.
before-
Okay.
I don't even know. I don't know when they got popular and everything.
I don't know I don't know the exact year, but it was very much.
Yeah, it had to be before I got into God's Army because I was listening to Ice Cream Man.
Yeah.
I had 15-inch woofers in my Pontiac 6000. You know what I'm saying? It
Yeah.
was boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you had the backup dancers. I was like, oh, they going hard. Okay.
Yeah.
They going
My
hard.
wife was a backup dancer.
Yeah.
So then she became a rapper, and then so she became a rapper in the group as well. So she was the girlfriend that I got in '97, and that I ended up marrying in 2001, and we've been married for it'll be 25 years next year.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go marriage.
Yeah,
I
for
love
sure.
it. I love it. I mean, and speaking of, we might as well just go ahead and segue into that conversation about, the marriage thing because, 25 years under your belt, that's a serious thing. And you guys have been ministering as well, right? Together?
Yeah. We started, in God's Army, and then I think around 2004-05 we became youth ministers or youth leaders at our church that we were at back then, and then we helped out, in about 2 other churches that we went to, and we helped out with the youth or whatever, So I'm pretty active with what's going on in the film industry now. You know what I'm saying? So I got to be like mobile and stuff. Like I get calls. Sometimes Saturday I got to shoot something on Sunday or fly out. So it's like I can't really commit to anything right at this specific time.
Yeah,
but my wife is definitely helping out with the youth at the current church that we're at right now.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. Well, everyone that is listening in and watching us, you guys are tuning in to Cinema Chat with filmmaker Timashion Jones. So if you guys have not subscribed to Tam Telling Tales yet, I don't know what you are waiting on. You need to go ahead and do that. Make sure you're following me on all social media platforms as well. Okay? All right, so back to our conversation, Timashion. So you talked about how you pull away a little bit from the ministry aspect of things because you are in this film industry so heavy and so deep. And so let's talk about how that transition happened for you because you didn't, just go to school and then say, oh, I'm going to be a film actor. There was some time in there where you was doing regular, normal other things. So let's talk about those things and then how it transitioned into the film industry.
I graduated from Communication Media Arts, then I went through Focus Hope Engineering program.
Okay.
And I got my degree from Lawrence Tech and my bachelor's degree from Wayne State. And then I went to work for an automotive company. And during that time, I really had this urge to do a movie, and I was hanging out with my friends, and I'm like, hey, I want to do a movie, and we all got together, 2 partners. We got together and we decided to make our own movie. Now, once I graduated from high school, I'll say while I was in college, I started picking up a video camera, and I was just doing spoof videos and weddings and parties and stuff like that. So I started doing it as a hobby. I did this thing called The Last Detroit Dragon. You know, I was dressing up like Bruce Leroy on Belle Isle and everything, kicking at cars. It was crazy, man. So, because I used to love Detroit. I used to love The Last Dragon movie. Anyway,
Did you know that they had that at the theaters to celebrate the anniversary?
It was the 30th.
I think it was the 40th.
Oh, dang, was I that young?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yep.
I heard it was at the theater, but I didn't get a chance. I didn't see it, but
Okay.
I would love to see it again in theaters.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If it ain't the job talking, green. Anyway, so we made a movie in 2011 called The Love That Hurts, and that was our first movie that we made, and we didn't have any. The filmmaking industry now in Detroit it's an incredible support system now. You can call people up, hey, what did you do for this? Who's doing that? Who's doing that? 2011, nobody you can call to say you were doing anything. I mean, if it was, we didn't know because everybody was doing their own things in different pockets. And we had to learn ourselves how to put together a movie, you know. And we did that in 2011. And then now I still was working as an engineer, but I quit in 2021.
Oh, that's very recent, too.
Yeah, so 2021 is when I quit and became a full-time filmmaker. Then I was doing it on the weekend. I was taking vacations to make movies. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how much I love doing it. So I had a 9 to 5, and then filmmaking was my 5 to 9. And then eventually my 5 to 9 became my 9 to 9. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or my 5 to 5, 5 to 9. You know what I'm saying?
It's your
It's like,
24/7.
yeah. This thing it don't stop, man. But it's a beautiful thing, man.
Mm-hmm. So when it was time to go from 9 to 5 to 9 to 9, having a family at this point, what was that conversation like with, the wife and the kids?
It was good. I mean, my wife was a real big supporter. Every time I have a BHAG or a real big idea, you know what I'm saying, my wife is very supportive, you know, and she got some questions and some concerns, but it's like I have to think things through. And a lot of times when I'm unsure about some things, she's unsure. You know, when I'm like, oh yeah, we good, she's straight. You know, so when I have the confidence that I feel that I think we can take this on, you know, as a family, she trusts my leadership, you know. If I'm wishy-washy, she like, hold on, are you sure? You know what I'm saying? Maybe we need to go pray about this, whatever, you know. But we was watching, you know, I think it was around 2020, we was watching online church or whatever, and it was like Mike Todd. We was watching Transformation Church or whatever. And he had mentioned about how if you cash out into the deep, you need to use an anchor in the deep. You know what I'm saying? Christ is your anchor or whatever. But if you're in the shallow end, you don't need an anchor. You just playing around in the shallow end. Like, you really don't need God to show up really until you cast out into the deep and go into the unknown. And I'm like, I've always wanted to leave and become this filmmaker. And it's like, okay, you know, I'm making engineering money. I'm you know, I was like right up under the plant manager, so I had like everybody in the plant working for me. You know what I'm saying? So
you were comfortable.
I was comfortable. You know what I'm saying? But I knew that there's an opportunity for me to go that I could potentially, you know, do better than this. And then the hours was like grueling. You know, 12 hours a day, and it's like, yo, you know. And I'm only getting paid as a salary employee. Right. So, you know, they don't care. Like, hourly, you know, you're getting paid per hour. Regardless how long I stay, you know what I'm saying, I'm still getting paid the same amount. So, you know, it was just a lot of stress on me. And then I always had this unction to go and do film anyway with my free time. I'm like, okay, if I'm going hard for this company and having this success, imagine how much more successful I would be if I would go just as hard for my own business, my own family, you know, and doing something that I love to do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That makes it all worth it.
And there's been times where I will receive a check and I feel like I'm robbing the place because I'm like, I would do this for free. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've done it for years for free. But now it's like I get to do this, the thing that I love to do, and get money from it. oh, come on, man, that's a win-win-win-win-win-win-win right there. So, I just found something that I really, love to do, and I love helping and teaching other people how to do it and bringing them along the way. And so it was cool. It has been some times where we had to think about maybe revisiting or getting a part-time job because like the winter months was kind of brutal. You know what I'm saying? Like December, January, February, March for filmmakers, photographers. Like it's our slow season. Mm-hmm. And I wasn't quite ready for that because I thought I was still going to be all right. And then it was like no income December, no income January, no income February. And I'm like, okay, if we go through March and April like this, baby, we got a serious problem now, but we got a detrimental problem if we go through a couple months of this. Like no income for these months. And then, the Lord opened up some things and I was able to do something. I was like, all right, cool. And I went and actually had a job interview, and he gave me, like, my old company was like, look, we'll give you a job right away. You don't even have to just tell me when you want to start. And I'm like, okay, let me think about this. And I'm like, man, like them golden handcuffs though. You know what I'm saying? They nice. They bling bling, but they still handcuffs.
You see what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? And I just said, you know what? I can't, you know what I'm saying? And then I was able to go on. And then I made Mirror Deception, you know what I'm saying, after that. So I wouldn't have been able to make Mirror Deception working full time like that. So, okay. If I get a little long-winded, let me know. Because I got,
Well, this is what we here for.
Oh, okay.
To talk and have a conversation.
Well,
and we got a timer, too. So, if
right.
it got too crazy, then I'll be like, all right, well, we're going to wrap this
I guess
thing
you
up.
do want the tales. This is Tam Telling Tales, so let me tell you the tales.
The tales, for sure. And that's a good word, though, too, Timashion, because someone's going to hear this and they're going to need to hear the real behind deciding that you're going to be an entrepreneur full time. Sometimes in society, they want us to believe that it's just really easy. Like, oh, just quit your 9 to 5. And that's a terrible place to be. And once you become an entrepreneur, you're just going to be rich immediately and you'll have 75 and sunny all the time. And but people need to know it's not always like that.
Well, one thing they got to know is, like, so I started making film in 2011, and I've always wanted to quit my job. And it's 2011, 12, 13, and I didn't do it until 2021. But I had to put some things in place first and get my business going, get a nice clientele, you know what I'm saying? Get some recurring business. And then once I got to the point where I really couldn't do too much, and I'm like, you know what? And then Tubi really helped me out because we didn't have Tubi in 2011, 2014, 15. And we knew how to make dope movies. We didn't know how to make money from it. And then when my homeboy told me that he made some Tubi money, and I'm like, wait a minute, you can make money with this, like, and he showed me what he made, and I'm like, oh baby, hold on, we about to cast out to the deep. I could see, you know what I'm saying? So, like, once that platform came, like, that platform is the reason why Detroit Film is what it is, because it's the one that's paying the most, giving us the opportunity to put our art in front of, millions of people. Yeah,
and dare I say that Tubi is on the map too because of Detroit. Like, it was very transactional. The popularity that Tubi has now, I feel confident in saying that a lot of it came from the fact that Detroit filmmakers was really the ones out here pushing from a grassroots arena where people made it popular through social media and those types of platforms. So
I would agree.
Yeah. So shout out to us.
Yeah. I just hope they remember that. You know what I'm saying? That's the issue. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Can we get some of that love? You know what I'm saying?
Transparency with the numbers and all the things. Yeah. Okay, but you know what? We're not about to.
Yeah, we good.
Yeah.
I'm cool. We got. I mean, all my movies that I made, they're pretty much on Tubi, the ones that are actually out. So I'm cool. I like Tubi. You know what I'm saying? That's my favorite platform right now.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? No question.
So now, as far as the films go, you say you have many of them now, and of course we know that there was most certainly one that you made that is Emmy Award winning, right? So we would be amiss if we did not have a conversation about that one.
Yeah, you know what? I am so glad you're talking about this right now because something happened last week. So I went on a cruise. Me and my family was on a cruise or whatever, and I got an alert that Cody High, that's the name of the movie that got the Emmy Award. Cody High was tagged by Kenyatta Campbell, who's over the Cody Rouge Alliance. Mm-hmm. She tagged Cody High movie in her post that Cody High just received like an $80 million investment to make a new school.
That is awesome.
Right? And I'm sitting back like, man, because we remember when it first started, like when we put cameras on the community crying out for help, trying to get businesses and organizations and churches to come in to help these kids. And they began to do it, and that's what we captured. That's what got the Emmy. And it was like, hey, we got GM and FCA and, all these different companies. And they made a brand new football field. They fixed the roof. The roof was leaking on the kids, while they were in class. And houses just, not boarded up. So, kids got to walk from the bus stop on Joy Road all the way to Cody. And young ladies didn't want to walk out there, and it gets dark. Mm-hmm. Either after school, after like sports activities, and it also was dark in the morning on your way to school. So it was like they don't want to come to school that early because they don't want to get snatched up into one of those houses. So we had to create safe pathways for kids to get to school. And it was just a lot that community has been doing over the last 10 years. And then to see that they got funds to build a brand new modern day technology type of school is like a testament to what the power of film and communities coming together and nonprofit organizations. I can't forget Life Remodeled, who was the one that actually contracted us to follow them to do this film, and they're the ones that kind of like put the partnership, started the partnership together, and they began to flourish without them, with the businesses and companies that stayed to support that community. So, but yeah, it got 3 Emmy Awards in, I think 2015, I believe. So yeah, I got the Emmy Award sitting right next to my Detroit Filmmaker Award.
Come on here.
And my Fantasy Football Award. You know what I'm saying?
All these things matter.
You know what I'm saying? I got my stuff.
Oh, my goodness. And you can actually watch that film on Tubi right now as well.
Yeah, you can watch that. I encourage you to watch it. And it basically has a part 2 called Life in Osborne. And the same thing that we did in Cody, we did for the Osborne community. And that actually is what I think is a better film, but it wasn't as critically acclaimed. But, my man Walter V. Marshall, he directed it, and I believe that it's a very, very powerful film. And every community has its own personality, and the Osborne community's personality is different than the Cody Rouge personality. And when you see it, you will understand.
You got West,
but
you got East.
but it's family though.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Everybody at the cookout, they got their own way of having fun.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so part 2, we can watch that one on Tubi as well.
Life in Osborne.
Okay, Life in Osborne. All right, yeah. So I can put that on my to be watched list.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
You put Die Willie Die on there? You got that?
Which one?
Die Willie Die.
I don't have Die Willie Die on my list
add
yet.
that to that. Ryan Oski. I did a documentary with him about mental health in the black community.
Okay.
It's really dope. It's a really good documentary.
Okay.
Yeah, check that out.
All right. Sunday morning is my day.
Okay.
I watch my stuff and then I get ready for church, and yeah, it'd be a thing. It's a ritual because I have to find the time for all of the things. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Check
I'll
it
be
out.
adding those out on there, I should say. So thank you so much for sharing that about your Emmy Award winning film, Timashion.
Thank you.
So, we want to move on into a little bit of conversation about the film that is what introduced me actually to you, and that is Mirror of Deception.
My favorite film.
Let's
of all time.
talk about Mirror of Deception.
Okay.
Tell us about the writing and the production and the casting. I want to hear it all.
Writing, production, and casting. In that order? All right, keep me on track.
Listen, whatever order you want to give it.
Keep me on track.
Okay.
So I teach filmmaking to aspiring filmmakers, and it happened after I started watching a lot of our films on Tubi. And I saw filmmakers with passion. They really did a really good job on putting things together, but it was like a lot of technical things that I felt that if they knew, they could only do better. I just wanted to give them more tools in their toolbox so they can just make better films. And this was 2023, and this is when like AI started to like really start to break out. And I'm like, okay, everybody's talking about they were scared of it and everything. And I'm like, okay, well, how can I use AI to streamline my filmmaking process? You know, I'm an engineer, so I'm trying to figure out how do I get this competitive advantage? How do I get leverage? How can I do a lot with a little effort? You know what I'm saying? So I started dabbling into AI, and I'm like, what? This is amazing, you know? So I put on a workshop called Streamlining Your Filmmaking Process with AI, and I told them about ChatGPT. A lot of times, nobody ever had a chance to see ChatGPT. This is late summer, early fall of 2023. You know what I'm saying? So ChatGPT is like, they looking at it like, what? I mean, you put it in, they're like, it did that, you know? And I'm like, okay, we're going to come up with our theme. We're going to come up with our poster. We're going to come up with our log line. And all in like 45 minutes, you know what I'm saying? And we used ChatGPT. We was putting out titles or whatever. We were just coming up with a film just to go through the process. We wasn't trying to come up with an actual film. And in that process, we all agreed on, you know, this film, A Mirror of Deception, you know. And I had to sit because the premise and the idea about the movie wasn't what it turned out to be, because that came with, you know, writing and everything once we decided to do it. But the idea of the image that you see on the poster, like that idea stayed the same. So we used Midjourney to create a mock poster of that, like that exact poster on Midjourney, and then we actually took a photo of the main characters and made the poster exactly how we did on Midjourney. So I went home and I sat back and I'm like, man, that's a dope movie. And I had a filmmaker student of mine hit me up and say, hey, that's a good movie, man. If you're not gonna do it, man, I'll do something. I was like, bro, I've already started writing it. You know what I'm saying? So I took the month of November to write the movie. I wrote it in November, and then I sent it out at the end of November to my friends, and they gave me some feedback, and then I rewrote it, you know, updated it in December, and then January I had a table read with all my students. You know, we, you know. Not a table. We read through it online, and then we started casting it. And the casting came by watching movies on Tubi and seeing who I feel can play these roles the best. And when I picked up the phone, I called a couple people. I got some yeses, I got some nos, I got some yeses, I got some nos, and eventually we landed on the cast that we have right now, which I feel like was the most phenomenal cast that I've had an opportunity to work with. And they were really hard-working, dedicated group of people, cast and crew. And yeah, so writing, starting up, casting. What else? What did you ask?
Listen, that was pretty much it. So now that we have gotten through all of those things, boom, we have the film. Right?
Yeah.
We have the film. And let me just tell you what I knew from before the film actually came out was that whatever that experience was in making it, it was good. Because, you know, people who were working on that project that, you know, you see them on social media and they, you know, they talk well about films and things of that nature. But the level of excitement that was surrounding that film, I was like, oh, yeah, like they did that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So once it came out, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I get it.
Okay, yeah. I mean, we all knew we had something special, you know. Even with the script and the plot twist and all that stuff or whatever, you know, just trying to stay ahead of the audience, that was my biggest fear. It's like, when people figure some stuff out, what they're supposed to figure out, and like some stuff, excuse me, some stuff I wanted them to figure out because I gave them stuff to figure out. But eventually, you're going to get to the point where, okay, now you know that, but you don't know this, you know, And, you know, the crew that we had and the level of pre-production that we went through was like insane because we really wanted it to, it was a lot at stake because with the nature of the film being the way it is, we had to make sure continuity was right because if we messed something up with an outfit, we made something up with a hairstyle, like it really could be detrimental to like the plot twist. So we had to make sure we do our homework, and I brought in the crew and I'm like, look, y'all, this is what we're going to do. You know, we picked like the best locations. We all went to different locations, and you know, we understood the color scheme for the location. So we got wardrobe. Like, hey, you know, the colors of the wardrobe got a contrast with the walls that's in this place. You know what I'm saying? Like we took it to that level where it's not just, oh yeah, all the actors bring their own clothes. Like we went and bought clothes, or you know, they did have a couple of outfits that they brought to the table. But like we got down to that level of detail. And, you know, when it came to lenses and makeup and, you know, like we literally had a camera and lens. We had a different sets of lenses, and we brought the actors in, had makeup done, and we did test shooting to see which lens that we wanted to use for the film. And we spent the day, we lit it, you know, we got one of the locations, and we just spent the day shooting in pre-production.
Wow.
So when we finally got ready to shoot, we knew what lens that was going to be dope. We knew which camera we was going to use. We knew how we was going to light it. We knew how the makeup was going to be. And then on first day, everybody was looking at these images, was like, man, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, a lot of filmmakers told me at the time, because, you know, it came out, you know, it premiered in 2024. And at the time, a lot of filmmakers were saying this is some of, like multiple filmmakers said this is like some of the best looking footage or movie that they've seen come out of Detroit. You know, of course, we've had a year for people to catch up. You know what I'm saying? So some other people have stepped up to the plate. But I'm with it. I'm all for trying to push people to become excellent.
Absolutely.
You know, at filmmaking, because the last thing I want to do is tell everybody I teach filmmaking, and you can look at my movie and be like, he ain't teaching me.
You know
what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like it's some actors that got acting class. All right, let me stop.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like you want, like, it's some good actors that have acting classes, and they should definitely be teaching acting, but not everybody. But anyway, but that's it. I wanted to make sure that, you know, I gave the best that I could possibly do with the budget that I had, and I think we did. I'm more than I'm okay with everything that it exceeded my expectations, I would say. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was going to be really dope. It's
superseded,
better than what I thought it was going to be. When it came, we started putting the music in there. Then when the color correction came in, and oh man, I love. I mean, I can watch. I mean, I do watch it a lot because, you know, we get paid for commercials, so I keep it going. I know y'all be keeping it going too. You know what I'm saying? You better. Anyway, but I still watch it. You know what I'm saying? And I love it. You know.
How many days did it take to film?
So we shot this in 13 days. I believe it was supposed to be 12, but we got rained out one day, and we had to add an additional day, and it was 13 days. You know what I'm saying? And I really wanted to show Detroit in a very positive light. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Because there's a lot of films out there that just be, you know, showing Detroit most worst areas, and you know what I'm saying, the grimiest,
the most gutter.
So I really wanted to show like Detroit of what it is and what it is now. It's a beautiful city. You know
it absolutely is. Yeah. And that's what I like about the diversity in the films that we're getting more so now, because while I've watched, you know, some of those films and I've enjoyed them, I have definitely sat back and watched, you know, Detroit films and been like, I don't know anything about any of that at all, you know? Right. And then I'll see films like yours, Mirror Deception, where I'm like, that's more relatable to the individuals that I know that are from Detroit, you know, successful, you know, real estate agents and brokers and, you know, well-dressed and spoken. I'm like, yeah, we need to see this part too.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, Detroit is so diverse.
Absolutely.
We should have diverse stories. There's absolutely nothing wrong with a hood movie.
Yeah, because we got hood too.
Yeah, we got hood.
We definitely got hood. And I can appreciate that the filmmakers, they come in, they know they lane, and they create in the lane that they have. Yeah. You know, if you know that this is what you're good at, make that. And then you just rely on somebody else to come in and make a different type of film, and they all represent our same city.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, everybody got their own audience too. You know what I'm saying? So people who watch this movie, they may watch another movie, or somebody else may watch their movie. So like everyone is making movies that they feel that their audience is gonna love.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I could make a hood movie. Like I definitely grew up in hood. I've been shot. You know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Before '96.
Don't
Stop. Don't go. Don't go there. It's before '96.
Dang.
You know what I'm saying? So I could do a hood movie.
So we can't go back to that, huh? That's what you're saying?
We could visit it. We could visit it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Just for like one little quick little second.
So I'm doing another movie eventually called Innocent Bystander.
Okay.
And it's a movie about my life when I got shot when I was 14 years old.
Okay.
And anytime you get shot, you're in the wrong place at the wrong time. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of events that led up to me getting shot. And I really wanted to use this as a piece to help communities fight against gun violence against kids. Because, you look on the news, some kid got shot while they're sleeping on the couch, or, they had a basketball court, and, stuff just happening where adults get into beefs, and then the kids pay for it. And I'm like, what can we do? What way can I use my art to help prevent young kids from this happening? And if this will spark up a conversation for community to put some things in place, and it's not just Detroit, it's all over the world. You know what I'm saying? That kids are innocent bystanders. And so the script is already written. I actually wrote Innocent Bystander before I wrote Mirror Deception.
Okay.
But I'm just waiting on the right time and funding to do it, because this is a throwback piece, back to 1992. It's a period piece, 94-ish.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? 1903.
Listen, because around then we was wearing Sherlin coats and hush puppies.
Yeah.
I still got my hush puppies.
Yeah, some cross colors or something.
Let me know if you need some hush puppies.
Yeah. So I definitely could tell a hood story. This one will probably be a little bit more grimy than the other ones, because I'm putting you right in the middle of what's happening. You know what I'm saying? So before '96. So all this movie is before '96. So you're gonna get all that in this film. So this, just give me a minute. Let me finish getting the funds together to go ahead and shoot it.
Okay, listen, we understand how that fund situation go.
Yeah.
Okay,
and I'm a little picky too, and that be my problem sometimes, because I want the best possible film that I can get.
That's not a problem.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to settle, but we'll see. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we figuring this out, because we gonna be picky. We not gonna settle. I have been just on this comment that I heard Diara Kilpatrick. She was talking to the people who grew up being pushed into Black excellence, being pushed to be as great as you can possibly be, but existing in this world of mediocrity, right? And she's like, how y'all feeling? Y'all okay? Because we was out here being told we had to be the creme de la creme. Yet, we're surrounded by all of these folks who just don't care, right?
Yeah.
And so we not doing that no more. We not settling for that. Whatever you do, you gonna work at it with all your heart.
You should.
As working.
You should.
For the Lord, not for man. Since
when I was a
little verse right there, but
when I was I don't know if I was 17 or 18 or whatever. When I got serious about life, you know what I'm saying? I started reading books. Tam Telling Tales.
Come on.
Read a book. All right. So I read a book called Understanding Your Potential by Dr. Miles Monroe. That book literally changed my life. That's the reason why I go by the name of Visionaire. Because I read that in his book, and then when I actually saw him, I'm like, "Hey, man, I'm a visionaire," and he's like, "Okay, well, you are the visionaire." I'm like, "Yeah." He signed my book and everything, and so I tell everybody he gave me the name Visionaire. And I even went to his church in the Bahamas. That was the first time I got on the plane. First time I saw like the ocean that wasn't like water wasn't green. I was like, they got water you can see through. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, that book and that thing, it changed my life. And then I also read another book called The Enemy Called Average. And it was like, us living in a world of mediocrity. And it's like, no, average should be our enemy. Like, we shouldn't just go with the flow and just do things without caring, you know? And I'm like, you know what? I want to do everything in excellent. I'm just giving my all. Like, if I'm not going to make it the best that I can possibly make it, I don't want to do it, you know? And just getting by is one thing. When you have to, you run out of time, you run out of money. You did the best you can do up until that time. But if you got a chance to really make sure that you can make this thing right, you got to make it right.
Yes,
you got to make it right. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the things. Like, a lot of filmmakers, you know, they would call me and ask me to critique their films, and I'm like, yo, you really want me to critique it? Because I'm like, okay, because everybody starts somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Just take, for instance, like your podcast. When you first started, I was watching your film, your podcast when you first started. You know, the lighting wasn't how you wanted it. The sound wasn't how you wanted it. But eventually, your next episode, you got a little bit better. And then your next episode, you got better. Then one time I was like, wait a minute, they done changed locations? They done did it. You know, the cast said, okay, Tam Telling Tales. So I'm watching you from afar. You know what I'm saying? And now you in the studio. You got your pictures all on the wall. You got stuff looking good. Everyday media just hooking it up. I'm like, you know what? Like, so, but the thing is, everyone has a beginning. That's the same thing with filmmaking. Some people start the way you started your podcast, with their first film. And I'm not hating on anybody's first film. You get a film made, like, I'm your biggest cheerleader. Like, it is so hard to make a bad film.
Okay.
Like, when I made my first movie, I was like, man, even bad films, bro, you got it made. Sis, you got it made. Like, you know, so, but that's the standard.
Yeah.
The next one should be a little bit better because you should have made some mistakes. You should have made some changes. And then your next film should be a little bit better. And then your next film should be a little bit better. Like, your film number 10 shouldn't look like film number 2.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? You should evolve. And that's some of the issues that I have with certain people because, you know, they won't grow. But at the same time, they're doing their thing. I'm doing my thing. And who am I to tell them how to run their business? But, you know, don't ask me if you don't want the real. I keep it real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't like ashy footage. I don't like ashy arms or legs, and I don't want no footage that look like it need to be color corrected. You know what I'm saying?
We don't like ashy.
No. Put some shea butter on that footage. You know, get you a shea butter colorist.
Come on, shea butter colorist. Oh, that's funny. But that's the word, and I think the people really need to hear it because it's most definitely time to elevate and to stay consistent in that. You know, you can't just want to stay the same. Nothing in life should be that way.
Exactly.
You know, we're talking about filmmaking, but ultimately that's a life lesson. You shouldn't want to be the same somebody right now that you were 10 years ago.
Right.
Like, if you're not a better version of you,
exactly,
what are we doing?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
If your filmmaking isn't a better version now than it was, 5 years ago, what are we doing?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So
Tam Telling Tales, dropping gems.
You know what? You dropping gems too, because I usually have to, segue into our conversation about the books, but I really didn't have to do that with you because you already gave us these book selections.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, these are good.
Yeah. I got it.
These are good. Okay, because see, I'm about to have all of the books. Okay, so I'm gonna have God's Army.
Yeah.
And I got to get these other two because the enemy. Average is enemy.
The enemy called average.
The enemy.
And then it was the thing is, like, I got this when I was 18. So as my 18-year-old self reading this, like, this was new information to me. Like, you may read it now and be like, okay, it wasn't that deep. You know what I'm saying? But understanding your potential and the way he, like Miles Monroe, I followed him all the way until he passed away. He was like a mentor of mine. Like, every time he came to Detroit, I was always there, listen to him talk about leadership, and I got a lot of the qualities that I use from him. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't just say stop at that book, but look at some other books that may be of interest to you from him. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Well, listen, y'all, we have the book selections already from successful Emmy-winning filmmaker Timashion Jones. So y'all know what to do. Y'all need to make sure that y'all done wrote down the names of those books. Y'all go find them on wherever you go and you purchase your books. I'm going to stop naming places for you to go buy your books. You go look them up and buy them where you want to buy them at. Because you know the things that's going on in this world. Buy your books where you want to, okay? But make sure you read them. Because you know what I'm always telling y'all. And so, you guys, we are coming to the near close of our interview with Timashion, and it has been an absolute joy having him here with me. I appreciate you so much for taking your time to come on over here.
Thanks for the invite. I've been patiently waiting on it. And eventually I'm probably she's gonna run out of people. There's only so many filmmakers in Detroit. All I gotta do is be patient. But by the time I get my car, she gonna have a studio. She gonna have it lit, and it's gonna sound good. I say, you know what? I'm glad I wasn't on the first episode. Get me on the last episode.
Listen, Timashion, don't do that because they're going to be on my line like, when can I come back? No. Because, my sound wasn't right in that other
You know what?
interview.
As they should.
You know
they
what?
Should. And they've evolved it too. So they probably got some
y'all might have to throw a little coin on them extra. Okay, listen here. But I'm so glad that we had this opportunity, sir.
Yeah.
And we know what's upcoming, right?
So I got a couple more things coming up.
Oh, well, then let's go.
A couple more things coming up. So I did a documentary on the late great Marcus Belgrave, and he got a street named after him on John R. right in front of the music hall, his street. And he started playing the trumpet when he was 4 years old. He was born in 1936. And he started playing with Ray Charles when he was 19.
Wow.
And he was that good. He was touring the country with Ray Charles. Came to Detroit, did music for Motown, and he was on a lot of the Motown hits, played with the Funk Brothers and all that stuff. But then later on in his life, he began to mentor other musicians that are Grammy Award-winning musicians right now, And I'm telling that story of how he first started all the way into the impact that he's having on other countries, you know what I'm saying, with music. And this is my biggest documentary. This is the best documentary that I've worked on. Mere Deception, the best narrative feature film that I've worked on. And we're submitting that to some major film festivals right now. I can't say which ones because they may say no, but all the major film festivals, we are putting this documentary, submitting to be have a premiere there. And then, what a lot of people don't know, I can't name the exact thing that I'm doing, but I'm writing a musical. I actually was writing it before I came here. And I'm halfway through the script. And this musical is going to be very insightful, enlightening, educational, entertaining, and it's going to sound so good. So, we're storytelling, right? You know what I'm saying? So it's not just film, through rap, through poems, but this musical, all different forms of music. So I got jazz, I got swing, I got ragtime, I got R&B, I got rap, hip hop, I got opera, all different types of songs to tell this story about this time period. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very excited about that. So I'm going to have to come back once we, get that ball rolling. But this musical is the next big thing that I'm doing after my Belgrave documentary.
I love this. And I'm a musical girly, too. And I can sing because you heard me singing at the top of the show.
I did. I did.
Okay,
you can sing. I just need to get you some different lyrics. That's all.
Oh,
I can get you some dope lyrics.
Oh,
I'm not saying yours wasn't dope, but,
okay. All right.
it serves this point. Made me not want to sing it.
Well, listen, I want you to also let everybody know where they can find you on social media or how they can reach out to you if they had some questions or all that good stuff.
Well, once you watch my movie, A Mirror of Deception, I want you to hit me up on Instagram, shoot me a message and let me know what you thought about it, or repost it. Tag me in your post. I'll reshare it.
Okay.
Timashion TV. So Timashion TV. I'm also on Instagram. On Facebook, Timashion the Visionaire Jones, and I'm on TikTok as well, Timashion TV. So,
okay, come on through.
So yeah.
Yeah. Well, listen, everybody, since we're talking about where you can find people, you guys can find me on all social media platforms as well. Tam Telling Tales. Make sure that you guys share, like, and subscribe to me so that you can stay abreast on all of the great content that we've got going on over there on my social media. So you can see more interviews like this one with Timashion, y'all. Okay? And we're going to close out this thing. And the outro. It's really easy, but you got to do it with me, right? Okay, so I say, I'm Tam. I'm telling tales, and then you look right to your camera and say, read a book.
Okay, which camera is mine? This one here?
Sure. Yeah.
It's looking right at me. I believe that's it.
Probably it. Yep, that's it. Okay, here we go, you guys. I'm Tam. I'm telling tales.
Read multiple books.
Boom. Bye.
I got it. Tam Telling Tales. I got it. Tam Telling Tales. I got it. Tam Telling Tales. I got it. Tongue twister. Say it real fast one time. Tam Telling Tales.